Hi guys. All right, welcome back. So, like the title says, this will be a singles, all signs, is love coming towards you in the month of June. Yeah, so we're gonna get started. Of course, the timestamps will be in the description box down below. So if you're wanting to just jump ahead to your sign or your placement, then you have that luxury in the description box. And yeah, we're gonna get started. I want to start with Pisces and then move my way back up to the beginning. So let's see. There we go. All right. So this is for my Pisces singles. Is love coming towards my Pisces singles in the month of June? Oh. Is love coming towards my Pisces singles in the month of June? Give me some messages. All right, what do we have here? So we have the Six of Cups, the Lovers, and the Eight of Pentacles coming out for you. We also have the Six of Pentacles. I guess this is talking about the dynamic between you and another. I do feel like this is someone that you already know, especially with that Six of Pentacles. And it could feel like you guys need to come to some type of agreement before moving forward into a relationship or a partnership. So felt like when you first met this person, you guys could have been on different pages, or maybe you just felt like this person wasn't ready for love. Maybe you weren't ready for love. Someone could have may not been able to commit. Someone also could have had some financial worries as well and just didn't put love at the forefront, just put it on the back burner for a little while. But it seems like you and this person are coming together. I do feel like with the Six of Cups, you did want a life with this person. You want to create some type of life with them. And this person definitely is your divine counterpart here with the Lovers. So it's a very sacred, very strong bond that you and this person have. It's mutual attraction and interest and intention in this connection as of now in June. And with the Eight of Pentacles, you're going to receive a lot more from this person from what they were holding back in the past. So again, it feels like just you and this person were not on the same page or could not get on the same page. I do want to commend you because it feels like you held off from exploring this connection until you felt like this person was ready to give. And from being patient with this person, you are going to be receiving way more than you expected out of this connection, especially with the Six of Pentacles. You may find that this person is giving you way more than what you were asking for, okay? So let's talk about who this person is. Tell me about this lover coming in June for my single Pisces. Who is this person? How could we describe this person? All right, we have the Ten of Swords. And how does this person view Pisces? The Empress, okay? All right, so Temperance on the bottom of the deck. I do feel like this person is in a much balanced place right now. I do feel like they had like a lack of whatever. This could be materials. This could be stability. They had a lack in the past, and this could have caused you to have a lot of disappointment with them based off of their inaction. So you could have been asking for certain things from this person that they just felt like they could not give to you at that time. They were going through their own low emotional state or depression or devastation, major disappointment in their life with the Ten of Swords. That phase of their life is coming to an end. So if this person just always was in a low emotional state of like sadness, or they just always seem very melancholy, or they seem very like sad, depressive, I feel like that chapter of their life is coming to an end, and they're going to have much more energy and space to invite you in and to see where this could progress. They are seeing you as the Empress, so they do put you on a pedestal. Even in the times where you were asking of this person to give more, or to trust the experience, trust the bond. They seen you as their number one person that they wanted to be in this relationship with. They seen you as like their dream girl or guy, with the dream being here in Empress. They did put you on a pedestal to their friends and their family. People knew that this person held you to a high regard. There could have been some insecurities about whether they could match your energy or just even have anything to give to you, because they didn't believe it for themselves with that 10 of Swords. So that's how you would know who this person is. Again, this person really puts you on a high pedestal. They think amazing things about you even to this day. And I feel like because this chapter is ending for them, they're now finally ready to explore what this love can be. And also, for your patience with this person, I feel like you're going to be receiving way more than you expected from this person. It's almost like because they held back from giving to this connection for so long, they're going to load you up with an overabundance of what they wanted to give you that they felt like they were incapable to do so previously. So let's go ahead and clarify this. I feel like, you know what, too? Like, there's a special energy with you. Like, you could have been this person's son, right? So you just really would speak very highly into this person. You would show them parts of themselves that are amazing and immaculate that they couldn't see for themselves. And that's something that they really appreciated because it helped them through their hardest time that they most recently went through. So just very, like lots of words of affirmation that you would speak into this person, just letting them know that they would overcome their downfalls or whatever, you know, was holding them back from just really exploring this connection. Tell me about the Six of Cups. All right, so we have cheerfulness. So again, you could have felt in the past some doubts about whether this person would come back to you, or would you guys have a reconciliation? Would they be open to love? Will they stop holding back? And you're having a positive outcome with the cheerfulness. This is kind of like just solidifying your instinct, your intuition that this was your person, that you were correct, and that things are not as it seemed in the past, and moving forward in this present and in the future, you have a lot to look forward to. You have a lot to celebrate with this person. I feel like there's a very giddy, very happy energy. This person has a big shift in their energy of just being happier, more positive, and more optimistic. So that looks really good as well. All right, so there's a conversation coming. If you haven't had this conversation with this person yet, this conversation is coming, and it's a very positive conversation where they're basically just confirming that they're ready to move forward, okay? Let's see. So you could have just tried to be this person's friend, but wanting more. I feel like this person always wanted you, but just never felt like they were on your level because of whatever downfalls they were experiencing. All right, the Lovers is being clarified by love, which is just amazing. And it shows that there is true love in this energy. It's not fake. It's not forced. This person does have a true connection to you. They do feel this deep bond with you. They're in love with you, okay? And they do want to move forward from their downfalls. Yes, they had like a sad outcome in the past, but that does not, what am I trying to say? That does not, what's the word I'm trying to use? That does not resonate with their present tense. It doesn't define them today. That's what I want to say. All right, let's see what else. House, okay? House is just like really building a foundation, building a relationship. They're ready to jump into this relationship, commit themselves, and, you know, explore what this can mean between you two. So this person is ready to commit and be here. You know, it's about presence, because I feel like this person wasn't very consistent or present in the past, and that could have really made you rethink this whole pursuit. Like, even if I do love this person, can they hold me down? You know, I'm gonna have sad times, you know, like inevitably, like anyone does. Will this person be there for me the same way I'm there for them? Can they stick it through? Will they run if times get hard? And I feel like this person is trying to show you in June, I am here, and I'm willing to build on this foundation with you, give to you, be generous in my communication, in my efforts. And I think that I know that you will see this from this person in June. We have the Eight of Pentacles here. This is putting in a lot of work. So this person is really trying to make up for time lost. That's what I'm hearing. We have Soldier here. So this is someone who does not give up. This is someone who's very serious about their pursuits, their efforts. This is someone who is no BS, okay? I feel like this person is fighting for what they want. So again, because of any disappointments you may have felt from this person in the past, your mindset could have changed. Your perception could have changed. You may doubt them even when they're approaching you today. And I feel like this person is willing to put in overtime to show you this is true. I'm not who I was before. I'm working through that. I'm healing from that. I want to change the narrative. I really want to give this a try, okay? And one more card. We have surprise. So you are going to be very shocked or surprised by how much this person offers you this time. I feel like you have certain expectations and standards that you wanted this person to apply before you wanted to move forward with them. And you're just expecting that. But I'm here to tell you to expect the unexpected, because I feel like this person's going to give you way more than those standards that you're setting. Whatever you're expecting from them, if you're only expecting a little bit from them, you're going to get a ton of abundance of how much they love you and where they want this to go. So yeah, very, very, very nice cards here. Let's see, let's pull some of these for you, and then we'll move on to Aquarius. And make sure to watch your other placements as well, or even watch your person's placement if you know. Oh. All right, so how does this person feel for Pisces? What's the current energy for June? All right, so we have, to me, you are perfect, which is that Empress energy that they feel like you embody. So that's nice. And then what else do we have here? Especially also if you're a parent, this person feels like you are a really good parent and a good future parent if you guys were to plan to have children. We have choose wisely. Now, this is interesting because I do feel like in this person's downfall, that period of time where they could have been really in a low emotional state, sad, depressed, whatever it may be, they could have been making very questionable decisions that did not align with you. And it changed your perspective about this person and if there is a future together. This person has come to their senses, and they know that if they do not choose wisely, or if they don't choose up, then they will miss out. They will miss out on a really grand opportunity of love between you two. So I think that is really a big thought in this person's head, of not wanting to miss out on this wonderful person that doesn't come by easily, okay? And then we have past life lovers here as well, which can explain why it's been so rough and tough to get this person to get on the same page. But it looks like in June, they're ready to open up and fulfill that, okay? All right. Moving on, we're going to go to Aquarius, if I can find it. Let's see. There we go. Alrighty. So Aquarius, this is for my Aquarius singles. Is love coming towards you in the month of June? Is love coming towards my Aquarius singles in the month of June? Give me some messages. Alrighty, bottom of the deck we have change, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which means that your circumstances can change at any time in June. It's if you choose to, with the existence card, which is Magician. So it's telling you that you have all of the resources around you, the manifestation, the energy to transform your love life. If you want love in June, you can have it. If you don't, if you're unsure, if you're not setting intentions behind this, then it may take a little bit more time. We do have the Six of Pentacles here. This is the compromise card. And we do have the Four of Swords. So I'm definitely speaking to an Aquarius who has had prior disappointments in situations where they gave so much of themselves. Okay, I feel like you've given so much to a past situation that didn't work out or could have disappointed you, and it's really hard for you to stay optimistic about new love. Even if you do crave love and a bond and a deep connection, you are very I feel like you're very cautious to re-enter that phase with someone new because someone really depleted you here. Okay, so with that Four of Swords, this is an energy of just kind of feeling like you need a break from love, feeling like you can't handle any more disappointment or discourse in your love life, but you may still want it. The only thing is, you may feel like you're not willing to give, to share the innermost parts of yourself right now. You may feel very guarded or just very private. You're just protecting yourself from someone new coming in and disappointing you or hurting you in that way. So what this is saying is that you can manifest this love coming in, but it is going to take some compromise. And some of you are just not in that place where you're willing to give. You may really feel like you're in a period where you want to at least test the waters. And with that may come just withholding for a little bit and seeing what the other person does before you open up. Now, with that, it is causing some static in your love life because whoever's going to come towards you also may have some similar reservations of wanting to be in a very abundant connection, wanting to be very generous, but afraid to give to someone who just takes and does not give back. So, it's interesting. Who could this person be that is coming in for Aquarius and love in the month of June? Who could this person show up as? What is this person's energy, this lover coming in June for Aquarius? All right, we have the Chariot. And how will this person see Aquarius? What do they see in Aquarius? The Seven of Pentacles, okay. Alrighty, so first and foremost, you and this person are pulling like the World card as a mutual energy. So you guys are both in the energy of like tying up loose ends, closing out a chapter in your life and starting somewhere new and in a upper level, like elevating your life in some way. But it comes with closing down or giving up a few things. This could be mindset. This could be old friends, old lovers, things that no longer serve you kind of have to go. And it's kind of energy depleting. But once you reach the end, you get like a big prize or like a gift or a manifestation, blessing, whatever. So it's interesting that you and this person are meeting each other during that time. It's like we're tying up loose ends and it takes a lot of time and prioritizing yourself. But at the end, there's a big level up here. Okay. So this person is the Chariot. So they could have Cancer placements or traits. Could be a very nurturing person, but more so even than that, this person is really focused on success right now and highly motivated towards their goals. It's so interesting. You and this person are mirroring each other because in the same sense that they're this person who's very action oriented, going after their goals, really focus on making a big success in their life. You also have the Seven of Pentacles where you have been putting in a lot of work and you have things that will pop up later down the line that will show that your hard work paid off. So you're kind of like very productive, very motivated as well. You're looking for a big success. You're sitting on a gold mine. It hasn't yet sprouted or come to you as of yet, but you know that eventually this hard work will pay off. And in that same sentence, you also are prioritizing yourself and staying super busy and focused on that, where love is just not your forefront. You could be really focused on self-improvement during this time. I feel like that's a big similarity between you and this person, which may be the reason that you guys are attracting each other. Okay. So there is going to be a big focus of not slowing yourself down for this person, not giving too much of yourself, kind of like hoarding your gifts, your talents, your skills, hoarding yourself a little bit because you want to push all that energy towards yourself. And when it comes to a new person, you're going to have to make it make sense. Like, if I'm going to spend my time with you, if I'm going to offer you my communication, my love, it has to make sense. And I want to see what you're willing to give before I give. Okay. So you are kind of looking at this person like, don't expect me to call you too much, text you too much. Don't expect me to, open up emotionally right off the bat, because you're not my focus, basically. Okay. All right. So that's interesting. So let's go ahead and clarify this and see what's going on. All right. 4 of Swords. So for June, there's definitely a lover coming in, but it feels like who's going to make the first move or who's going to give the most first. And it doesn't look like it's going to be you, which kind of delays when the turnaround time of you guys really building this strong bond. It feels like you're meeting this person in June, but you're not really like falling in love in June. Okay. Does that make sense? So 4 of Swords. Frivolity. Okay. So this is a carefree spirit where it's almost like, you're not really looking towards love. So if it comes in your life, there's a very oblivious energy about you where you may not even recognize when someone is hitting on you, flirting with you, wanting to date you, wanting to get to know you. You're just kind of like, you'll miss it if you're really not paying attention. See what else is here. All right, we have Lord here. All right, so you definitely have a great standing in society, whatever that means, which means that you have ultimate resources, and that does put you in a place where sometimes you attract people with the wrong intentions. And that's something that you're just very aware of in June. And because of that, super cautious when it comes to this new lover. So you have like this healthy ego where you know what you're capable of, what you bring to the table, and you're just being super cautious of what this other person has in their pocket. Do they also have great resources and a great stability and standing and love for themselves? Or are they going to try to come and deplete me? Okay. I think it's smart. I don't think there's anything bad about that. I just feel like that kind of, that energy is very strict, and it kind of doesn't allow the flow and energy of love to come in right away. It's a little delayed. Okay. What's the Magician? The good thing you should know is that who's coming towards you, the person that you will pick up on their energy and won't be so oblivious to, is really successful in their own right. When they put their mind to something, they can make abundance out of it. And they are super focused and driven and motivated. So that may be qualities that you do like about this person. All right, Existence, or the Magician card. All right, we have Wedding. So in the back of that head of yours, really, really way back in the darkness behind your brain, where you kind of don't visit quite often, there is this energy where you do want a solid connection. You do want a deep commitment. Okay, so there may be a subconscious manifestation of someone who will be husband or wifey material coming in for you. All right, let's see what else is here. But it's also like still being very cautious. So even someone who's going to get married, yes, I could love this person, but we are going to set up like a contract, a prenuptial, you know, because at the end of the day, I have had heart over head and it hasn't gotten me in the right place. So just very, very cautious you are during this time. Let's see what else is here. Money. All right. Money is a big thing. So not only are you manifesting greatness in your stability and your finances, your business, your career, and you really want great stability right now and also in the future, you want to elevate in some way. You also want to make sure that the person that you are manifesting also is well off as well, that they don't need you for anything, that they are stable, that they have their own things, they make their own money, they have clear goals, and they're driven when it comes to what they do for income. Because in the past, you may not have judged so harshly about this and it just didn't land you in the right place. You may have ended up giving a lot of your resources and time, because time is money, right? And also finances or financial help to someone who just did not have great intentions and just could not offer you that back in return. And so that is a big thing of importance for you. You don't want no broke boy, no broke girl, basically. All right, Six of Pentacles. This is telling you that no matter what, you can attract a provider or a giver. But in the end of the day, you have to give something. So, okay, you may not be giving your resources and your finances up, which is all good. But you have to give something. You have to give emotion. You have to give understanding. You have to give maybe patience. You have to give compassion, grace, communication. Something has to be given here. Messenger is here as well, so you're going to get to know this person in June. I don't see you committing to them or even falling deeply, madly in love, but there is a deep conversation about what you expect and what they expect. Okay, so like laying down the law. Let's cover this now versus later. We have foe here as well. All right. Foe is interesting because maybe it's hard to explain what happened in the past to you, or you're very private about this. There is an energy in the air that Aquarius is not interested. You understand? And until you guys really decode that issue that you may have, not with them, but with prior people, this person will think that you're just not interested. You don't like them. They're not your type. You're not interested in love. You don't want the same things as them. That really needs to be communicated. And since this is in the last place of this reading, I feel like you won't feel comfortable saying these things and opening up about your experiences until maybe the end of June, which will be understood. I feel like this person is mature enough to understand where you're coming from. And from there, you guys can come to an understanding that, okay, this relationship is for me or isn't, just depends. But I do feel like this person and you are on the same page, very like-minded people. It's just going to take a little bit more time for it to unfold because of all of these reservations that you may have, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. So let's see what else this person wants to let you know in the month of June. Messages about Aquarius from this person. Alrighty, so we do have beauty here. So initially this person is very attracted to your physical. They think you are gorgeous. They think you are very handsome. This has really brought them an overdrive of wanting to date you or wanting to get to know you romantically. So this person really does pay attention to looks and you're it, okay? So they think that you are maybe the most beautiful woman they've ever seen or the most handsome man they've ever seen. And that is the initial attraction. And I think that's fair to say because, again, it does take this person a little work to be able to get the inner parts of you. So initially, this person just really is attracted to your looks. We are better off as friends. That could be this could be the message that they feel like you're sending to them, because it doesn't feel like a lot of forward movement is coming through. Doesn't feel like there's a lot of bonding coming through in June. So they may feel like, okay, because I'm getting all these reservations from Aquarius, I feel like Aquarius just wants to be my friend. And I do want to be Aquarius's friend. I'd rather be friends than nothing at all. So there's that. We have temptation. So there's always going to be this burning desire to take things to the next level, or even things into a physical space with this person. They could respect that you do have boundaries set or that you need your space. But there's this temptation of like, what if we did take it there? What if we did go to the next base? So there's that. Okay, it could be a lot of sexual desire between you and this person. I don't see you having your love story in June, just because maybe you do still need some more time. But I do feel like in July you will figure out whether this person who's coming in June is here for you, or the right person for you, or if you're going to be open to newer situations that could be coming in July. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go on to Capricorn. See if I can find Cappy. Nope. Okay, no. There we go. Hi, Cappy. All right, this is for my Capricorn singles. We're going to see, is love coming towards you in the month of June? All right, give me some messages, please, for love coming towards my Capricorns in the month of June. And my singles expect love coming their way in the month of June. Alrighty, bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. So there is a big stiffness towards whoever is coming towards you and wanting to be with you or wanting to love on you in the month of June. For some reason, the energy feels like you are putting this person to a big test. They may feel very tested, and they may feel like it's a very hard test, like almost impossible to pass. Especially with the Seven of Wands, this is an energy of like, boundaries, stay back. And it's also an answer of no. Like if someone's interested in you, if they're asking you on a date, if they're trying to reach out to you, trying to get your number, you kind of just shutting them down and making them jump through hula hoops, making them jump through hoops and leaps and bounds to even have a little ounce of forward movement with you. Okay, so very restricted and very held off with the Four of Pentacles. You could be holding back from your most prized possession, which is yourself. Okay, and then the Ten of Swords. So this person ultimately in June is going to feel this energy of defeat. I feel like this person is willing to even embarrass themselves to try to get your attention or try to get a date with you, but it just doesn't feel, it feels like their efforts are going on deaf ears with you for whatever reason. So I don't know if you're just not interested in this person. Okay. Let's see who this person is. So who's this lover coming towards my Capricorns in the month of June? Who is this lover? Who is this person coming towards Cappy? All right, we have the King of Cups as the person who's coming towards you. How do they view my Capricorns? How do they view Capricorn? Five of Wands, okay? All right, so this person is showing up as the King of Cups. To me, this is someone who is, of course, like the card says, compassionate, but very emotionally mature. All right. So they start off very emotionally confident, but I feel like towards the end, they struggle with that, especially with the Ten of Swords, but we'll get to that in a second. This is someone who is very nurturing, very loving, romantic, charming. They really love to adorn and love their person. This is someone who is like, as you're putting them through these tests in their head, okay, they're really hoping and wanting and dying for a moment to show you how passionate and loving they are, okay? But they also know that respect is first and foremost, and I can't do romantic things to Capricorn if they don't allow me or if they don't want it. So this person's really trying to respect your boundaries, but in their head, they're thinking, if only they would give me a chance, I would give them the most romantic date night, or I would send them the cutest text. I would call them and say the most, sweet whispers, blah, 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 blah. How they view you is the Five of Wands, which I just feel like they view you as very difficult. Like this would be equivalent to someone trying to present maybe a project or a speech, and then that one person in the crowd who keeps raising their hand and always has something to kind of detest what the person is saying. And it's not to humiliate them. It's almost like I have strong opinions about what you're saying, and I'm going to challenge you a little bit. I'm going to debate you a little bit. So they feel like you play very, very, very hard to get, probably giving them the biggest challenge that they've had yet when it comes to pursuing someone. And I feel like this person also has this energy where usually they wouldn't go for someone who's just so hard or tough as nails, but they really want to prove themselves to you for some reason. They want to prove that they can keep up. They want to prove that they're not scared, that they're up for the challenge. All right. So that's what I'm seeing from these two cards. So let's clarify this. Clarify the Seven of Wands. Clarify the Seven of Wands, please. All right, we have prison. Oh my God. All right, so prison is just a thing of getting in your head. Like with every rejection that could transpire in June between you and this person, they really get in their head. They start to overthink. They start to judge themselves. All right, so your approval of them means a lot to this person for whatever reason. Let's see what else is here. This person also may have a bad reputation to you in some way that you're not in favor of, okay? So they may feel like they're doing so much to prove to you that they're a changed person, that they're not like that, they're not what you've heard, they're not what you've seen, that kind of thing. We have love here. So this person just knows in their heart that you're the one for them. I don't know how or why, but this is their attraction to you. They feel devoted to you already, and it makes sense because this person is willing to sacrifice and do so much to appease you or to even charm you. So it shows that this person does already have some devotion to you. They, in their head, something is telling them that, and in their heart, something is telling them that you are the one for them. Okay, tell me about the Four of Pentacles. All right, we have House here. All right, so this shows me like an independent man or woman that you are, Capricorn, that you consider yourself to be, and it's not just what you think you are. This is truly who you are. You have your own stability. You have built up your own foundations. You don't really need anybody for anything, and you're not willing to give to anybody just for the sake of love, okay? And this person is seeing that. I don't think this person wants what you have, but they do feel like you're successful or that you're stable and you have made a way for yourself by yourself as an individualist. This person is even willing to settle as your friend. So I do feel like a lot of these pursuits is not just trying to date you. At some point when this person is starting to realize, okay, you're kind of just very independent, they're even willing to try to make some type of bond as a friend. But even with that, you're not really willing or open, okay? Wow, Capricorn, you are relentless. Okay. Ten of Swords. So there's a deep devastation because I don't feel like this person is making strides with you. Towards the end of June, it looks like they haven't even budged or made any development in this scenario between you two. All right, we have money here as well. So this is desperation. Okay, not for your money, but I feel like this person even tries to get to a desperate place in June where they just want to like throw money your way. I don't know if this is this person trying to show you like, I don't need your stability. I know that you hold your stability to a high regard. This is very special to you, what you've been able to create in this lifetime. But this person like desperately just starts to try to show you what I have in the bank, what's in my bank account, my stability, my success. So without you even asking, there's almost like a desperate attempt here where this person gets very private, right? Like they open you up to their private life, which is like how much money they may have, their assets, their lifestyle, things that you haven't asked for, but they're wanting to show you like, hey, I come with no intentions, no ill will, not trying to take from you. I am successful as well. Yeah, wedding. And they're hoping very desperately with that Ten of Swords that this will change things around. This person's trying to show you like if we were to be an item, if we were to be in a relationship, we could set very strong boundaries. I really don't need you for anything. I just want to explore this connection. So I feel like this person's trying to show you like they're committed and they have a consistent lifestyle that can match up to yours, and they're not coming asking for anything of yours. I don't know if that is, it seems like it is like an issue for you, like you don't like to open up about your successes too much, or feeling like people may only want you for your success, or even like not really being attracted to people who are providers. I don't know. There's something here that you don't budge about when it comes to your lifestyle and your finances. This person's going to show you that they can match up wallets, and they're hoping that this will open you up to the theme of wedding, which is like commitment. But it feels like a failed attempt with the Ten of Swords. It's like deep devastation. And it's kind of sad because even after they show desperation and this is their goal, it still doesn't land well. So I don't know. So I would say whoever's coming towards you, you're just not maybe interested, or you're not budging with them. You're not showing that you're open to moving forward. Let's see what this person has to say to you about their feelings. Any other messages that this person may have for Capricorn? All right, we have, to me, you are perfect, which we do see because this person, it just won't give up and they're trying so hard. We have frustration because every pursuit that they're trying to put out there is just not moving forward with you. And anything else? I am trying to protect you is interesting. See, that's the issue. You are sending a clear message to this person that you don't need their protection. You do well on your own. But I feel like this person has like that King of Cups or Queen of Cups energy where they're naturally protective, naturally providing, naturally nurturing. So that may offend you that someone feels like they are offering you something that you already give to yourself. I don't know. It's a little hard to explain, you know? All right, I'm going to leave that there, and then we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Alrighty, Sagittarius. So this is for my singles. Let's see if love is coming towards you in the month of June. Is love coming towards my Sagittarius singles in the month of June? Alrighty. So bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card or the card of courage. And yeah, this is interesting. So you are attracting someone who may have these traits, and you also are embodying these traits. This could be something that you are really focused on for yourself, your own personal goals. So you could be focused on having self-control, like not overindulging in the things that you could consider bad for you, and also having self-discipline. So towards your manifestations, the things that you're praying for, the things that you want out of life, being very disciplined, getting up every day and embodying that energy. And I feel like whoever's coming towards you also has that same discipline as well. One thing I love about the Strength card in the positive when it comes out in romantic readings, it does talk about someone who has great self-control. So, you don't have to worry about someone who is a partier. You don't have to worry about someone who is not consistent. You definitely don't have to worry about someone who's a cheater. So that's a good thing, okay? So we have the Lovers, we have the King of Pentacles, which is the abundance card, and we have Temperance, which is integration. So very balanced type of energy and person coming towards you. You and this person are very much in sync, and anything that you may lack, they have, and what they may lack in personality or just traits, characteristics, you have. So it feels like, usually when this card comes out, it feels like a perfect match. It's also a very calm and like, it's just a calm type of love. So you won't see a toxic type of love here, okay? Which is nice. If you're trying to get away from that, especially with that Strength card, if you're trying to embrace the good things for you and leave behind the bad things for you, those of you who have been in toxic relationships or situations in the past, you're not attracting that person in June. So that's nice. We have the Lovers here as well. So this could give like Gemini. I also want to talk about Pisces, because Pisces did have the Lovers mentioned in their reading, and they also had Temperance mentioned in their reading as well. So maybe a Pisces coming towards you. And of course, with the King of Pentacles, this talks about Virgos, Capricorns, and Tauruses, or someone who has those characteristics of the King of Pentacles. This is someone who is really in pursuit of doing very well stability wise and financially in their life. So if they're not at that place yet, they're soon to come to that energy. This could be someone who is like an entrepreneur or a boss in their own right, business owner, someone who has a high ranking or will be getting a big promotion in June in their career. This is someone who is doing well with their finances. They know when to utilize their finances. They know how to invest their finances properly. This is someone who has their own stability, their own money, that kind of thing, okay? This is also someone who's looking for commitment. This is like husband energy or wife energy with the King of Pentacles. And last but not least, this could be a provider as well, okay? So let's clarify this, especially with the Lovers being here. That's just being in sync with your lover, a strong bond, a deep love, a divine counterpart. And the Lovers also talks about making positive choices, not only for yourself, but for your lover. So, for example, like when this person is out and about in town with their friends, maybe they have some friends who are single and they're all, living it up at the club, at the bar, at the lounge, whatever it may be. One friend may, look over to them and say, hey, we're going to go to this after party with these girls or with these guys. Are you coming? This person may turn that down because they know that they're it's not good for them based off of what they want. And they also think of their partner and that their partner would not be happy with that. So the Lovers is just a really good card to come out in love readings. All right, so let's clarify each one. I will say with the King of Pentacles, this person tends to be like provider type, whether they're of masculine or of feminine, even though this is a masculine card. But one thing that they do require out of their partners, or that they do look for in a partner, is someone who's very nurturing. So someone who will, you know, be open with their emotions, romantic towards them, you know, cook their meals. I'm sorry, that's not funny, but it's kind of funny. Because in this modern life, we're like, cook whose meals, okay? But, you know, this is someone who's looking for someone who will be very nurturing towards them. And in return, they provide and protect, blah, 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 okay? And it doesn't matter if it's a masculine coming towards you or a feminine. This is what they really value in connections, because they do very well at providing or offering stability, you know, whatever. All right, let's clarify the Lovers. Ooh, we have misfortune here. Okay, what else? Sorrow. You know, there's something about how there is in the beginning of June maybe some hardships that you and this person could go through separately or even together. I don't know. And it does bring like some sadness. One of you could be going through this, both of you could be going through this, whatever. But it's almost like the hard times bring you and this person together. You guys are very dedicated to one another, helping each other through, helping restore optimism in one another. This could be singular, like one person's going through it and the other person kind of helps them through that, or it could be a mutual thing you guys could be going through. But it's like the hard times or the hardship very early on, beginning of June, could bring you and this person together. It seems like it's survived, right? It doesn't feel like a internal or everlasting struggle. It feels like just a blip in this chapter that just wasn't so great, but just having that person who is devoted and dedicated to seeing it through with you just means a lot, you know? It means a lot. So let's see what else is here, because we have consolation, right? So this is just like something irritating could be happening, and someone who naturally feels very abundant with the abundance card may feel not so abundant because of whatever events are happening. And having that person who's not going to leave your side, abandon you, make you feel worse about that circumstance, but kind of build you up and offer insight and positivity, it means a lot, because in long-term foundations of relationships, that's really important, because every day is not going to be sunshine and rainbows. There's going to be some days where it rains and it pours, right? So you guys may experience that with this person. They may open up to you about maybe an investment loss or something is slowing down. And I feel like whoever's opening up about that, the counterpart person is just sticking by their side or just being there to kind of nurture them. So this may be your role. All right, tell me about the King of Pentacles. Feels like this person's not hurting for money. So say this is a money financial situation. It's like they're not hurting for money, or very soon in June, they're not going to be hurting for money. It's a quick bounce back if it's a financial problem, but not all issues are financial. Sometimes it's like family woes, you know? Sometimes it's like simple irritations. So I don't know. Sometimes it's health concerns. So let's see. What's the King of Pentacles? Lord. Yeah, this is a boss. I'm sorry to your ex, right? Because whoever your person is that's coming in June is a big, big boss. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to talk about I'll do that at the end. Okay, I won't forget. Anyway, this person's a boss. Lord is like someone who has high standing in society, that's elite, that has a lot of notoriety, has worked really hard for their success, and has reached that pinnacle. Yeah, very successful person, very bossed up type of energy. Okay, I mean, as you guys can see, Lord and money came out for the King of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of you guys are being blessed because you weren't pursuing someone with money, if that makes sense. There's a lot of people who just know what they want in life and know that they don't want to date broke, but it's a difference versus you're seeking that out every time, or you're just seeking out genuine connections. And whoever this is really having it like that. I don't know what to tell you. All right, and then talk about temperance here. Or they're about to start having it like that. This person could be walking into a very successful period in their life. All right, we have faithfulness. Remember what I said about this person being very faithful, very true, honoring the connection by not disrespecting it. So a very faithful person, someone who's not a liar, someone who's not a cheater. Okay, really good. I feel like you and Pisces had the best reading so far. And we just started, so whatever. We also have haughtiness here. So this person will want to show you off to the world and do it quite often. This could be on social media, like always making posts about you, always pulling out their phone when you guys are on dates, snapping photos, taking videos of you, really talking highly about you to their friends and their family. This person really likes to show off, and one of their most prized possessions will be you. So you will be shown off a lot with this person. I feel like you will stay in this person's mind with the thought card. All right. So what I forgot to do, which I should have did before I started clarifying, is speaking about who this person is. So who is this person? Could you talk a little bit more about this person that's coming towards my singles, Sagittarius singles and love? And how do they view Sagittarius? How will they view Sagittarius? Ooh, okay. Alrighty. So we have the Magician. So this is someone who has great potential, and they have everything that they need to uncover their highest good or potential or level in life. So this person is really coming into a big lucky streak, or they have worked really hard to refine a skill that is going to pay off a lot in this lifetime for them. This person is coming into way more success down the line. So with the Magician, this is just someone who is a master manifester. This could be someone who takes risk and succeeds with them. This is someone who has been refining some type of skill or talent that can bring them a high paying income in the future, or just lead them to bigger wins in their life. So that's nice. This person sees you as a Two of Cups. So they see you as someone that they're highly attracted to, someone that they have a genuine bond with. They could see you as their best friend. That could be something that they tell you, like, you're my best friend. They could also see you as the one for them, basically. Okay. All right, moving on. Let's see what this person has to tell you or wants to tell you in the month of June. Alrighty, let's see. Don't forget to like the video. I've been forgetting to say that. So like the video, please, if you would be so kind. All right, so what does this person have to say to my Sagittariuses, or wants to say or thinks about Sagittarius in the month of June? All right, we have please stay. All right, that's interesting. So I do feel like this person's going through a tough moment when you first meet them, and they're going to be vulnerable with you and be honest about that. Again, the faithfulness card came out, which means honesty. And this could be unfavorable to a lot of people, especially just stepping into a connection, but this person's hoping that you stick it through, okay? We have you make me feel so alive, which is a nice one, which most Sagittariuses have that effect on people anyway. And then one more card here. Karmic ties. Interesting. Okay, so there's definitely a reason and a season that you guys are supposed to be coming in together. Could be like karmic but good karma, you know, like you guys deserve each other, that kind of thing. You know, when people say in the height of a moment, you guys deserve each other, but most time it's a negative output, like you're a horrible person, you're a horrible person, so you guys deserve each other. This feels like the opposite. Like, you're a good person, you've worked on yourself tremendously, this person's a good person, they've worked on themselves, you guys may have want the same goals in life, have a similar mindset, and you guys deserve each other in a positive way. Okay, all right, we're gonna move on to Scorpio. All right, hi Scorpio. So this is for my Scorpio singles. We're going to see if love is coming towards you in the month of June, okay? So is love coming towards my Scorpio singles in the month of June? Give me some messages about this, about their love life in the month of June. Oh, okay, we have the Master. Sorry, my eye is itching. 1 second. Okay. We have the Master here. All right. We have Beyond Illusion. And we have the Nine of Swords, which is the Sorrow card. We do have the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I do feel like this is someone that you know, Scorpio, and I feel like this person did you wrong, okay? So this is someone that it was supposed to be that fairy tale. You could have envisioned this Ten of Cups between you and this person together, where it was a reality where everything worked out, that this person did right by you, that you guys loved on each other, you both had great intentions for each other, and everything worked out. But, you know, unfortunately, that's not how it went down. And someone could have really misused you, or even, you know, the other word that starts with the A that rhymes with misuse. Which rhymes with use. Okay, so not very proud of this person. Okay, and it's interesting because we get the Master card coming out, and the thing about the Master card, I always felt like this card had very strong inclinations, usually in the positive. I'll talk about the positive traits, right? So this talks about like loving someone beyond, you know, the ego that we all have. So letting your guard down, not putting yourself above the other person, but seeing them as your equal and loving them just as they are, not trying to make someone change or be this energy that you want them to be, but letting someone naturally be themselves and loving them for that. This is also someone who has mastered self-love. So, you know, how can you love someone else if you don't love yourself? And so this is usually speaks of someone who has mastered self-love and can love you greatly because they treat themselves with respect. This talks about a spiritual bond. Okay, so there's that, or a soul tie. And it just talks about someone who embodies like calmness, in their mannerisms, in their personality, someone who has a lot of wisdom, and someone who is just very grounded, like someone who doesn't react off of petty or small things. Now, I do feel like with this energy, usually this card kind of troubled me, especially when I first got the deck, because it spoke of this was like the author of this deck. And when I did my research on this person, they turned out to be like a cult leader. So I would feel like the negative parts of this card just is exactly what this says, the Master, or if we want to rewrite that, the Controller. Okay. And so I do feel like whoever this person is that's coming towards you, again, with the Beyond Illusion card, which is the Judgment card, in June, they try to control you in a certain way, okay? And I feel like it's because this person just struggled with themselves. Like it starts within. This person may not have loved themselves. This person may have been living in their ego and not being true and being vulnerable with who they truly are, like really showing their true personality. This could be someone who wanted to move quickly in the relationship. You know, this could be someone who did a lot of love bombing, that kind of thing. Could have been a soul tie, but felt very toxic. And the only reason I say that, and I know that this person had some very negative traits in the past with you, is because of these two cards. So we have Judgment, which is them asking for a second chance, wanting to give this another go with you, wanting to ask for your forgiveness in June. And then we have Sorrow. So this person does not have a positive mindset of the outcome of what this can be, and they could be very triggered and very in their head and paranoid about your answer or the outcome because they know that they have done wrong. Okay, so that's just what I'm getting off of this. So let's see who this person truly is, even though I'm feeling like this person's the master. Okay, I feel like you're the master, like you're showing this person love beyond the ego, self-love, okay? What a positive spiritual bond should be, like highlighting the best in each other and, you know, teaching each other through patience and kindness and nurturing. So let's see, who is this person coming towards my single Scorpios? All right, we have the Page of Wands. And then how do they view Scorpio? Look, Nine of Swords again. This person's so paranoid about your reaction to them coming back into your life if you allow them. They see you as a Nine of Pentacles. So there's a big difference, okay? Big difference here. All right, so Page of Wands is this person's energy, which is just a very childish energy, very immature. This person, what you could have really liked about this person was like the energy of the inner child, like not taking life so seriously, not taking connection so seriously, maybe like a spiritual playfulness about them. Maybe they open something up in your inner child, but I feel like there's this big sense of like not being serious or playing with your heart, you know, playing with your time, playing with your devotion. Those things are to be respected, but it feels like this person just would play a lot of games, okay? Now, how they view you is someone that they feel like has grown independence. So if this used to be a very codependent situation, they feel like you have now left that behind, and they could be the codependent one and you are just totally secure with yourself. They see you as someone who is very mature, okay, emotionally, spiritually, all of the above. They feel like you are doing well for yourself financially, like you don't need anyone for anything. You have created your own abundance. They feel like you're someone who's very secure. So if this person struggles with insecurities and that's something that you could have realized throughout that connection, you have in return not allowed that to project onto yourself, and you have stayed very confident through the hard times and built your security back up. Yeah, and they also see you as someone who's living a really nice lifestyle, like that you've built on your own, okay? So whatever, let's see what's going on here with this energy. All right, tell me about the Master. Pleasure seekers, which I do feel like this person embodies. So that goes hand in hand with that Page of Wands. All play, but shies away from hard work or hard commitments. Someone who's always looking for fun versus, when is the time to be serious. Someone who could have a hard time with self-control or self-discipline, okay? So this does give someone who had like maybe a wandering eye, someone who could have been a cheater, someone who's very sexual based, someone who could overindulge in the not so good things in life, Let's see what else is here. Child. It just keeps going back to how immature this person is, and very defensive about that. Like if you ever brought that up, like, why can't you get serious? Or why can't you ever just, be mature? You're so immature. Very defensive. Okay. Very, very defensive about that. So that's something that they may think about themselves as well. Like, why can't I get serious in life? Why can't I commit to anything? It could be like a wound. All right, so talk about judgments, because I do feel like you are getting an apology and an offer. And that offer is to possibly reconcile, try again, get back together, whatever that may be. So let's see. Tell me about judgment here. Despair. It's a very desperate attempt. And I don't understand it. So I feel like this person is almost like, if we don't get back together, I will perish. Like they are very dramatic in that sense of needing you back into their life. And that's not a really flowing, abundant energy. Like you should never need anyone. You should just want them. And you want them. And if they want you back, then you can create something great together. But needing someone in your life, like it feels like this person could be very energy vampiric, where through you is how they thrive. Okay. So you are getting this message very soon from this person. Let's see what else is here. Also behind the letter card was prison. So I don't know if this person's incarcerated or just in their head. That's what that card can mean. Consolation is like begging. It also can be like really hoping for a positive outcome or needing some help out of, their own desperation. Okay. So it's a very like desperate attempt to getting back together. All right. So 9 of Swords, they're really in their head about this because they know that the answer is definitely going to be no, or they know that they should not even fix their lips to ask you to come back together. So very in their head, very paranoid energy with the 9 of Swords. Also, too, like, I hate to say this, but almost get like a drug-induced paranoia as well. So I don't know what that's about. All right, so we have waiting. So very paranoid about you just not responding, you possibly blocking them, you not, listening to them, that kind of thing. So they're just kind of waiting and on standby whenever they send this message. And misfortune, going through a lot right now too. So could be reaping the consequences of their actions in the past that is falling back on them right now. Feels like they're going through a karmic cycle. Okay. Merchant is here. And I think we do need to talk about this because Merchant does talk about a calculated person, someone who has intentions behind what they do. And sometimes those intentions can be to just receive or just to get what they can out of whatever. So it does feel like energy, like to feel confident, to feel like they're doing well in life, to feel like they're thriving. They feel like they need you. And I just don't think that's a good energy. It's not a good flow, right? So when it comes to new love, you may just be in a place of like really enjoying and basking in your independence. Okay. And just feeling so secure and confident and being abundant and vibrant. But also you have this person from your past trying to re-enter and start a new cycle that I don't feel like you're willing to repeat. Okay. Let's see what this person has to say to you in the month of June. Now, Judgment is interesting too, because not only does it talk about reconciliation or reunion, or someone apologizing, or someone wanting to come back in your life. It's also like God watching you and seeing what the hell are you gonna do. Okay, like the universe is watching you, your spirit guides, your ancestors, and they're all sitting back thinking, now what the hell is Scorpio gonna do? If this person comes back, what are you gonna do? So it's like a test before maybe your most, strongest love yet comes into your life, the right one. All right, so make sure you're making the right decision for yourself. Now let's see, what does this person want to say to Scorpio? Mirroring, okay. It's interesting. I feel like that's this person, they try to say like you guys are one and the same, but you guys are not. So don't listen to those lies, okay? Because even how this person, who they are and how they see you is not the image that they see in themselves. They don't see in themselves the Nine of Pentacles, but they think that of you. So it's almost like this person tries to come in and say, we're one and the same. We're just like each other. That's a lie, okay? That's deceitful. Oh, what the hell? Excuse my language. Yeah, sorry. Cards fell. All right. What else can you tell me about what this person wants to tell Scorpio? Eternal love. Yeah, I don't know about that, but okay. So you must be the one that's going to get away from this person. I don't know, the one who got away that they will never be able to move on from. And we have beauty, okay? So again, this person really is attracted to your physical. They may feel like you are just very beautiful on the inside and also on the outside, and that's what they think of you. We also have this, so beware. I'm coming back to you soon. So bolt up the doors and lift up the gates, okay? Don't let this person back in. All right, Scorpio. Definitely like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Alrighty, so let's move on to Libra. I believe, yes. Hi, Libra. Alrighty, so let's see if love is coming in for my Libra singles in the month of June. Tell me about love coming in to my Libra singles in the month of June. Give me some messages, please. Tell me about Libra singles love life in the month of June. Is love coming in for them? Alrighty, we have the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck, playfulness. All right, so there's definitely a situation or a love coming in for you in June. I do see that. Very playful energy, very childlike type of love. Could be definitely very different from what you experienced in the past for a while. So, when you were like, had that puppy love, in the past, when you were younger, and it was just so amazing. You couldn't stop thinking about this person, and it was just very innocent. I feel like that kind of love is coming towards you in the month of June if you allow that in. All right, so it does look like you have been waiting a long time for a really good love to come in, and you're going to be having that. It is coming in the month of June. I feel like there's a creative energy of how this person is going to get your attention. So we'll see how that works out. We have the 10 of Cups here. So not only are you and this person really going to enjoy experiencing each other and, getting to know each other better and falling in love, but there's something also about the community that you will gain with this individual. Like maybe your family and your friends will really love this individual. Their family and their friends will really love you, but also like gaining a really supportive community in this connection. So this person could have a big family or just have a great name and reputation in their community that you also will be able to enjoy. And we have the Five of Swords. So this seems to be like the challenge here between you two. There could be a deep comparison of you. Sorry, not you. There could be a deep comparison that, like, when you're enjoying this person, there could be a deep comparison between this person and some of your exes. So, you know, you enjoy this person, you like them a lot, you're falling for them, but then, you know, that thief of joy, which is comparison, comes about where you start to think about, okay, well, my ex did this and this person, you know, doesn't do that, or my ex had this and this person doesn't have that. So you want to pay attention to that, because this person comes with abundance in their own right. That's going to be different from what certain abundance look like with ex partners. You may have had like a well-off ex who did really well at providing, but the love situation just wasn't there, you know? So there's differences of who this person is versus your past, and you having to figure out what you truly want. What did not fulfill you from your past that you do want now? So there could be this energy. This makes sense because, you know, they say, Libra, that you are the indecisive sign. You could be gung-ho today, but then you may have some difference in your perception and your mindset the next day. So that may be a challenge for you with this person in June, but we'll see what's going to go down, okay? So first and foremost, who is this person coming towards my Libras in the month of June? Who is this lover coming towards my single Libras in the month of June? All right, we have the moon. And how do they view Libra? How do they view Libra? As the Emperor, okay. Alrighty. So definitely a new type is coming towards you. I don't feel like this is your usual type. This is definitely some different type of individual, different personality, different walks of life type of individual, okay? And I feel like there's a very creative way that they're getting your attention and also getting your devotion or your love. Something that is interesting to you, something that you haven't seen before, that has never been tried out on you, that will interest you of this person. This person seems to be very deep with their emotions. So I do feel like this person can expose you to a deep type of love, whatever that may mean for you, deeper than what you've had before, okay? Also, this person does have a little bit of like a hidden sadness about themselves. So this could be called like what they say is melancholy, like someone who may have a little bit of sadness in their life, but they don't let that burden them, or they don't let that slow them down. So that may be something that you do see about this person. They could be very private about things that have hurt them, that have wounded them, that they're working through. This person also may very secretly or privately have some insecurities. So just definitely not your most confident lover that you've ever had. Definitely not the highest ego that you've ever dated. But this person may feel like, wow, Libra is so handsome. Libra is so beautiful. Libra is so stylish. Libra is such a boss with the Emperor. You know, where do I fit in with that? There could be a little bit of insecurities here that this person doesn't really share. There could be fears that you may not feel the same way that they feel for you. There could be fears of, will Libra really want to do this thing called love with me? Okay, so I just definitely have to bring that up because the moon came out. This person also has Piscean or Cancer type of characteristics or traits. So just a very deep lover. I feel like that's something that maybe you haven't experienced, or you have experienced in the past, but you never knew a love like this one. This one's going to be very deep and devoted from this person. Now, how they're seeing you is like a boss. They feel like you handle a lot of responsibilities in your life like it's nothing. You do it with ease. They may feel like you would do very well as an entrepreneur, or even like a manager, or having a high ranking in your career. They feel like you may have a lot of leadership qualities here, like you just run shit in your household, at work, in your lifestyle, in your group of friends. You are the leader. They also may feel like you are just super serious at times. So when they do express their emotions to you, you may not give much of a reaction, even if inside you are basking. So there's that. There's that. But they do see you as someone who holds down the fort, or you handle a lot of responsibilities with ease. You could be on autopilot with how good you are at managing the people around you, and maybe your children if you're a parent, and just getting shit done. And they admire that about you. Okay. All right. So let's clarify these cards. Let's see what's going on here. Three of Wands. Has this person, do you know of this person before you meet them? I feel like they've been keeping an eye on you, right? Because this looks like someone who's just keeping an eye on you, but keeping it very private. So could have been interested in you for a long time before having the courage to step up and say something. All right, we have foe here. So again, that's that insecurity. It's almost like you are dating this person, you're speaking with them, communicating, whatever, but some part of them feels like you're not truly as interested as they are in you. So that could be that insecurity that they don't really want to bring up, but this is how they feel. Let's see what else is here. We have doctor. Yeah, this person really would thrive by going to see some sort of counselor, therapist, energy worker to work through, their kind of deflated ego. So that would really help. Maybe this person is doing that privately. Maybe they go to therapy and they don't really share that with you. And the funny thing is, Libra, you could be someone who advocates for therapy, and you could also have your own therapist, but this person doesn't really share it. I feel like this person is afraid of looking weak because they do see you as the emperor. So there's that. Also with the foe here too, this makes me feel like this person could have known or been friends with one of your exes, or someone who pursued you romantically and had feelings for you for a long time, even since then. So some of you could be dating like your ex's friend. Okay. I don't know. All right, 10 of Cups. Cheerfulness. This person is very much congratulated and lifted up by their community. They have a great support system in their friend group. They have an amazing set of friends. They have amazing family who's very supportive and loving, and you will gain that extra community through this person. They will give you that same love and support that they give to this person. So that's always really nice. All right. So I feel like, how like when you're dating someone, sometimes you may not like their friends, or you don't really resonate with their friends. I feel like you and this person will be able to integrate friend groups and families very easily. Okay. See what else is here. Especially if you're a parent too, like your children will really like this person, or their children may really like you. So it's very seamless. Yeah, and their family will call you this person's wife or husband way ahead of the time that commitment gets started. Their friends will call you their wife or their husband. People just feel like this is meant to be, and there's a lot of support towards this relationship. Let's talk about the Five of Swords, this challenge here. All right, we have Milady here, which is just like emotional weakness or physical weakness, right? So it seems more emotional, that this person could be comparing themselves to maybe your exes, or comparing themselves to maybe where you're at in life and feeling like I should have way more to offer to Libra because Libra is this amazing person. So there's like that melancholy energy, that sadness. Okay. See what else is here. Sweetheart, I feel like this person will just really fall for you so hard that they just want you to also have that same sentiment about them. They want you to adore them as much as they adore you. And there's some insecurities that they have within themselves that they feel like, I don't know if Libra feels the same way, even if you do. So it's just that hidden insecurity. You may have to teach this person how to just not give a fuck. With the frivolity card, it's like, don't care about what people say or what they think. You shouldn't give a damn. It's all about what you think. I think that's this person's problem. They do need to work through how they think of themselves. All right. So there's that. So will this be like a long-term situation? It definitely could be. There's a lot of support around it, but I feel like this person really needs to build up that confidence to be with the Libra. Okay. Hello. So let's go ahead and see what this person has to say or thinks about you in the month of June. What does this person think about my single Libra? Or what do they want to say to my single Libra? All right, we have you broke my heart. Oh, okay. What? All right, let's see what else is here. Childhood sweethearts, okay, or that inner child energy that you and them will possess. And let's see what else is here. The spark between us is undeniable. Alrighty. There's that. You broke my heart is so questionable, but we'll just leave that till the month of June. We'll see what transpires, right? All right. Thank you, Libra. Make sure you guys like the video, and I'm going to now move on to Virgo. Hi, Virgo. All right. Let's see for my Virgo singles. Are you guys attracting love in the month of June? Will you have love in the month of June? Is love coming towards you in the month of June? Give me some messages for my Libras. Do they have love coming towards them in the month of June? All right, we have the Eight of Wands. What else? We have the Three of Swords. And we have the Tower. Very interesting. All right. So Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck could be the energy that's coming towards you or the energy that you possess. I feel like you are attracting exactly the type that you want in the month of June. And when that person arrives towards you, you'll want to be very open with them and just kind of like not hiding your excitability about this energy and how you're ready to explore what this could be. So just not playing any games, basically. You're attracting what you want when they come. You're just like, I'm into this and I want to see where it's going to go and I'm open. Now, with this energy, it's coming in really fast and it's moving very fast with the Eight of Wands. You could even take a trip very early on from meeting this person together. And of course, trips really deepen bonds. I mean, it's a huge commitment to, you know, even if you're taking like a road trip or you're going on a plane or going on a cruise, whichever way you plan on traveling, it's a deep commitment to go, you know, out of your community with a person and just having that trip energy. So I just feel like things could be moving really fast between you two. For some reason, mid-June, there is a little bit of an upset or disappointment. So we will talk about that. And then coming towards the end of June, there's a big shock or shakedown. So we definitely need to see what is going on. But before we do that, let's see who this person is coming towards my Virgos. Who is this person coming towards my Virgos in love in the month of June? Who is this person? The Moon. Okay, interesting. Okay. This just came out for Libra in the same energy, but let's see what else is coming on. And how do they view my Virgos? How will they be viewing my Virgos? All right, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so first and foremost, your person is the moon. Okay, so let's change it up a little bit from Libra's reading. This person could have some secrets. They could be someone who, and it's so interesting because things move really fast, but I feel like this person has a hard time being vulnerable with maybe things that you need to know about them, or even their emotions, opening up, being open with their love for you. So there's something there. This person also could fear love, which is very interesting that things move so fast in the beginning. They could fear falling so deeply, madly in love with you. But I also feel like there's things in their life that they're not upfront about that needs to be said, but they kind of hold back off of fear of like ruining things or losing you. So that is kind of gives red flag. I'm not going to lie. And then they see you as the Five of Pentacles. So they may see you as someone who abandoned ship once you see that, hey, there's some red flags, or hey, you hurt my feelings, then I am getting the hell up out of here. I'm getting out of Dodge. So they may see you as someone who could just walk away from this very easily, whether that's true or not. Okay. And also, things are moving really fast and someone is getting to know you very well, but I don't see you getting to know them very well. So one thing you may like about this person is that they're a great listener. And that may mean a lot to you, that this person just lets you talk and talk and talk about your life. And they stay hours on the phone just listening to you. And on dates, in person, face to face, they just let you talk and they just listen. But I feel like it doesn't leave you a lot of room to listen to what they have to share. And you may overlook certain things that need to be said. Now, also with you speaking about yourself, your life, your likes, your dislikes, there is some type of conversation where you talk about how you may have ghosted or left a situation, you quit a situation cold turkey and you didn't look back. And you may be saying this in a way of empowerment, like, I don't settle for BS, or as soon as I catch on to things that I feel like are not for me, I'm someone who can walk away. I'm not codependent. Like, you're just affirming your power. And this may scare this person because as you are talking about this and how you will quit something that's not for you, they may have these hidden things that they feel like would lead you guys in a similar situation. So it's interesting that they see you as the Five of Pentacles. You must have opened up about this and they must have realized, I don't have a lot of time with Virgo anyway, which could lead to whatever this is, okay? So let's see what this is about. All right, clarify the Eight of Wands. Love, I'm telling you, this connection starts very fast and very passionate, by the way, with that Wands energy. Just very attractive, passionate, fast, quick. Let's go on a trip. Let's do this. Lots of communication, lots of time spent together. You know, even if it's not a trip, it's like back-to-back dates. And you're bonding with this person. You're getting to know them on a deeper level. So it seems like you guys are moving really fast in June with this person in the beginning. Let's see what else is here. All right, we have the Priest too. So with that Priest energy, you feel like this is a wholesome person. You may feel like you're doing the right thing, even moving fast. This could even be like moving fast to have sex. You may not have any reservations because you feel like this is a wholesome, good, intentioned being. And your intuition may be telling you it's all good. It's going to be all good, okay? So let's see what switches here, right? Because we do have this card that sometimes is a little bit of a warning. right? Because merchant is someone who could be shopping around. So when you think about that, this could be someone who could be on dating apps or dating multiple people or shopping around, not really taking something seriously. And merchant also talks about like a very calculated individual as well. So let's see what this Three of Swords is. All right, we have young woman here, and what else? All right, with the young woman card, I mostly see this as like naivety. So, like, you know, sometimes overlooking the wisdom that you've learned over time for special case scenarios because you just think, what's the harm in this? And it's very innocent, right? And you don't have bad intentions and you know that you're willing to treat someone with respect. So you just don't expect it to come back on you. So there could be a little bit of naiveness with how fast things are moving and maybe thinking this is just such a good moral person, but overlooking some things. And then we have waiting here. So is someone playing the waiting game? Is someone ghosting? I don't really see it as ghosting. I feel like it's a fast and heavy start and passionate start, and then it kind of slows down and it brings disappointment, okay? And I feel like you feel like, you know, this is actually something good. So I'm willing to be patient with this individual. Obviously, there has to be some better explanation for why things slow down or why there's a change in their mannerisms or how they treat me. Okay, so giving this person the benefit of the doubt. That's what I see you're doing. You're really trying to see this through and not be so judgmental. And I applaud you for that because we've all been hurt before, and it's sometimes it's hard to, you know, have the best case scenario in your head, but you really are giving this person a chance either to come clean and open up about what's really going on, or even for them to make a mistake and to forgive, right? But then we have Thunderbolt here, which is Tower. So let's see what's going on with that. Room. Okay, so you find out something that someone was trying to keep private. And room is also a one-on-one encounter. So there's some type of one-on-one encounter that shakes things up between you and this individual. What is that? Money. Okay. That is interesting. What else? Enemy. Okay. Something about this person's stability is not what they've let on for you to believe. All right. Especially with the Eight of Wands. Things are moving fast. We're going on dates very often, sometimes 3 times in 1 week. They're inviting me to go on vacation. They're inviting me to go on a trip, all expenses paid. This person is not as paid as they have let on. You're going to see something very like private. I don't know if you're getting access to this person's bank details. I don't know if you're seeing a bank letter or a letter on their table. There's something that's going to be left out around you that you realize that this person has been lying or withholding things that are unfavorable that they should have been upfront about, basically. Okay, so you're going to see something like that. And I think this will turn you off from the connection. Also, this person was acting very shady because they knew that this had to be said. You didn't really know what the situation is. You're thinking it can't be so bad, and you're willing to give them time to kind of like come to their senses. But even further than that, it's like the universe is giving you a clear warning that first and foremost, you're going to find something out that this person didn't tell you first. You had to find out. Second, do not give this person another chance, because even if you feel like this is not the worst case scenario, you're not willing to abandon someone because of their money troubles. There's more to the story with the enemy card that you have yet to find out. You're finding out just a piece of the drama, okay? So yeah, unfortunately, Virgo, I feel like this is a case of like a lesson of like moving slower with someone new that will come in. It's also a test, right? So sometimes you get tested by the universe of you're getting like these individuals, and it's about what will you do, because you have free will to whether you are like, okay, well, I'm not dating anyone else, so I'm still going to keep them around just because, or you quit them cold turkey, as you have told this person you can do when people do not do right by you, and you're waiting for the better to come, which the better will come. So I would say don't settle for this energy. I feel like it's a very beautiful thing that you guys have in the beginning, but see it for what it is and cut your losses, okay? What does this person have to say in the month of June towards Virgo? I think you are amazing, which you are, Virgo. Okay, so they got that right. You are amazing. Let's see what else. Twin flame. Oh, hell no. Oh, so you guys are gonna have some hard time quitting this person. I do see that, but I don't think you're not able to do it. It's just gonna be harder than what like another connection that you felt like was kind of shady. You kind of quit very easily. This one's kind of hard because of how passionate things got in the beginning. And then we have you are my sun. Okay, so with this card, this usually speaks to, you know, my feminine side of this, you know, whoever's the more feminine here. And it's just like the masculine counterpart, just having a deep admiration for this feminine's presence and ultimately like the essence that she brings and the vibe that she brings to the connection. It's definitely an energy where the feminine is the emotional and energetic center of this connection. It can speak about someone who uplifts their counterpart, energizes their counterpart, inspires. So this person may feel like you inspire them to get their life in order, but I don't know if you should have that patience towards this person. It's more so like get your shit together and then come with me with the facts versus all of the innuendos that you served me when I just met you very innocently. I didn't deserve those things, okay? So there's that. All right, Virgo, until next time, I'm going to move on to Leo. Uh-oh. Leo, all right, how are you guys doing? So this is for my Leo singles. This will be if love is coming towards you in the month of June. Something about love coming towards my Leos in the month of June. Is love coming towards my single Leos in the month of June? Give me some messages, please. All right, bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. So I would say, one second, let me take a sip of this. I would say that June is more of a judgment kind of month for you versus a month of love. And it's a test. Like there's a test of you closing out old chapters with a person that just no longer serves you. This person just isn't on your level. They don't have the same devotion that you gave, the same intentions that you gave into the connection. And you either have the energy of repeating this cycle with said person, or giving it up and allowing much more beautiful, more aligned individuals to come into your life. So I feel like June is about that. Like, are you really going to let this go? Are you done with this cycle, or are you going to give it another try in hopes that you have a different outcome? All right. So again, completion, which is the World card, which is closing out a chapter, making the right decisions for your highest good, setting your intentions of what you want in love. And if there's someone in your life who just does not match that, then you know the answer is to let it go and let something much more beautifully aligned come to you down the line. All right. We also have the Four of Swords. So you're having a hard time making this decision. With the Four of Swords, you need some time to yourself. You need some time to, this is like my do not disturb card. So it's like, for new love, definitely don't come towards me right now. And whoever this person is, give me a break. I need a break from you. And it's an energy of postponement. So you may see that your life is elevating in major ways. You just need to put that last piece of the puzzle in and move on with your life. But you're having, some reservations in your head. You need time to think things through, and you just need a break, period. And then we have the Two of Wands. So this is like having an indecision about whether you're ready to let something go and move forward. So this person does have quite a hold on you. So I guess let's just talk about this person, because new love, it doesn't have a chance right now with you. And past love is where you're trying to figure out if you're ready to dump it and move on. Okay. So who's this person coming towards Leo in love in June? All right, King of Wands. And then how does this person view you? As a Seven of Swords. Okay, interesting. All right, Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So this is someone that you still hold a attraction to. There's a bond here, of course, and it's just kind of hard for you to make a quick decision. You definitely don't want to make a quick decision. You're also having this conflict with the Two of Swords, where you feel like, if I do move on, will I regret that? So all of these feelings are valid. I do want to tell you, like, you shouldn't feel like because I'm taking my time, then I'm, lost. You're not lost. You're really just trying to make your decision with intention, and you need time to process that. So I think it's good that you're giving yourself that time to really think things through. Now, this person is the King of Wands. So this could be a fellow fire sign, Aries, a Leo like yourself, or Sagittarius. Or this person just has characteristics of a fire sign. So very passionate lover, okay? This person is also a go-getter. They could be highly motivated or driven right now in this timeline. This person also could be chasing you. So really, even if you are trying to separate yourself, they kind of don't take no for an answer, and they keep chasing after you for this reconciliation or to mend the connection. So, it's kind of hard to outrun the King of Wands, and I can see why it's really hard for you to come to some type of decision. This person could work for themselves, be self-employed, or even an entrepreneur. This person is very charming, so it's really hard to tell them no sometimes, in the past, right now, wherever you're at. This person sees you as a Seven of Swords, so they feel like they have really broken your trust. They feel like it's really hard for you to kind of just trust them blindly these days. They feel like you're very triggered by a lot of the things that happened in the past. So this lets me know that certain disappointments and heartbreaks, devastations that have transpired between you two, you're still holding on to. You may bring it up from time to time. You get triggered by this person's mannerisms or actions sometimes when it reminds you of that disappointment, and you do not trust them. Okay, and they do see you as that. They feel like you just don't trust them at all. They also may feel like they don't trust you, because there could have been times too where you could have got fed up with this person and you got them back. Okay. I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify this. So clarify the completion card or the world card here for my Leos. Now, this is what also makes me think too. There could be a trip coming up for you. As you guys know, your birthday will be right around the corner pretty soon. And there's some type of trip that you'll be taking this year, or relocation even. You may be moving or, relocating. I feel like you won't come to this completion or the end of this chapter until some type of trip transpires or you actually relocate. So, give yourself grace if you're going back and forth on what you want or what you feel like is best for you. All right, so tell me about the world card, completion card here for Leo singles. All right, we have love. You still love this person so much that it's hard for you to just turn your back and walk away or just say that this is done. And even if you were to, if those words were to come out your mouth, it's done or I'm done, it's like maybe you just really wouldn't mean it, right? So you kind of want to make actions based on your intentions, and your intentions right now still are deeply rooted in love and understanding for this connection. Journey. Yeah, you're going on some type of trip soon or relocating. Distance needs to happen between you two, right? So even if you don't live in the same household as this person, just being in the same community or city or town can really cloud your judgment at this time. So taking this trip could be very freeing for you, or relocating or moving could be very freeing for you energetically and like literally, and will help you to come to a clearer decision. What's the Four of Swords? Lover, yeah. So you are taking a break from this person, a much needed break. That could be through this trip, or that could just be in your day to day. Like, I don't want to see you right now. I don't want to speak to you right now. I don't want to go on dates. I'm not coming around you or friends or your family. I just need some time. You're not telling them that you're done, but you do need time to just reflect on everything that has transpired. I feel like this person's awaiting you to come back around, or to speak to them, or to let them back in. They're kind of just waiting. Death card. Part of you is thinking about, do I really want to end this, or am I just not done? Okay, and that's just what it is, and it's okay. I feel like this is very mature of you to like be honest with yourself that you may struggle with ending things. What's the Two of Swords? So this is like feeling stuck in the middle. Damn if I do, damn if I don't. I really need to leave this situation alone, but it would hurt me to leave this situation alone, Misfortune is here. So you also feel a big part of the reason why you may feel like you're being pulled to close out this chapter is because nothing good comes out of it. It doesn't matter if things are good for like 3 months, something always goes down the drain, and not on your part, but from this other person. And that misfortune or that bad karma is just always waiting at the door. No matter how many times you try, something always goes down. Okay, so this is part of what's tugging you towards, I need to let this go, but you're still trying to hold on here. We have surprise. All right, so this is interesting. Clarify surprise. All right, scholar. Interesting. I feel like there's a mindset shift after you come out of this energy of the Four of Swords, where your wisdom, your mindset, your perception changes, and towards the end you might be surprised with your decision that you are able to close this out. You may not feel like this today, but I feel like you'll be pleasantly surprised with how your wisdom rules your actions or your decision, and making a very wise decision and just coming out in a more positive outcome for your life, instead of this misfortune happening every couple months or whatever it may be with this individual. I feel like you're starting fresh and you're going to choose a new beginning. It may not happen in June, it may not happen in July, it may not happen in August, but I feel like by September you'll know the best decision for yourself, okay? So let's go ahead and see what this person wants to say to you in the month of June. All right, reminiscing. So they could be reminiscing about the good times, about you, your personality, the bond, the time spent together. We have self-love. This person sees that you are putting a deep focus on self-love and just spending more time with yourself, putting yourself first, even over them. And they see that you are making yourself your main priority right now. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you're just mastering your own inner world. Okay, before seeking this union, and just trying to see what aligns with Leo first before what aligns with Leo and this person, or what Leo wants in life versus what Leo and this person want together. Okay, so just remember, like, true love begins for you once you are whole, and you're not seeking completion from another person. So I think that they see this in you, just kind of lets them know it's coming to an end very soon. Fight for it, okay? That's that King of Wands energy. This person is having a hard time taking no for an answer. They're wanting to fight for your love, for your bond. I don't feel like this is a bad thing, because they do realize how much you mean to them, and your bond with this person is very, it's something to be proud of. You guys have really built a very strong connection, but how many times do you have to wait for someone to get it right? That's the only thing. Alrighty, so Leo, that was for you, and I'm going to now move on to Cancer. Whew. All right. Been talking for 2 hours now. So Cancer, this is for my Cancer singles. Let's see if love is coming towards you in the month of June. This will be for my Cancer singles. Let's see if love is coming towards you in the month of June. Give me some messages for Cancer about their love life in the month of June and who's coming towards them. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman, but this is also the New Vision card. So there could have been some stagnancy in your love life in the past, and it kind of pushed you or forced you to change your mindset about love, period, or maybe your type or the type of love that you're calling in. So, sorry. Someone's so loud. All right, so we have the Magician here with the existence card, which shows that you can manifest exactly what you wanted. Success here, or Six of Wands, shows that you're going to have a lot of successes in this season of June. A lot of you guys, your birthdays during this month. So happy birthday to all of my Cancers. But you're going to be seeing a lot of positives and yeses and doors opening for you this month of June. And including that is your love life. You're getting exactly what you want in all areas, okay? But also, we're talking about love today. So I feel like you're manifesting a great lover. Also, this person who's coming towards you could be very successful in their own right. They have worked really hard in their life, you know, possibly before meeting you, and they're able to bask in their success. This could be financial success, family success, home life stability success, you know, success in just their pursuits, their interests, their hobbies, their friendships, their networks. So a very successful person is coming towards you. Someone who could have a lot of popularity or notoriety, could be well known in the community and such. All right. A big challenge for you in the month of June is like when this lover is walking through the doors towards you and this is your person and you guys are aligned, is feeling like you're aligned with this lover. This is an energy of like not having high self-worth. So attracting a really great person, but having doubts about the connection or even yourself, just wondering if this is going to work out, if this is it, if this is going to be a successful run. So you definitely want to work on just staying very positive, very optimistic, like that star card energy. There's also energy surrounding popularity. Like if someone has huge popularity and feeling like you struggle with being seen, this could be your time, and it comes in a partnership. So definitely reaffirming yourself very often and regularly is going to be helpful for you. And just knowing that, why not you? You know, why don't you deserve a great love? Why don't you deserve a successful lover? Why don't you deserve this popularity that comes with this partnership? So that could be a struggle, but I feel like you will be able to overcome this. I don't see that you're going to allow this to ruin your chances. I feel like it's going to be just fine. All right. So let's see who's coming towards you. All right. So who is this lover coming towards my Cancers? Who is this lover coming towards my Cancers? Give me some messages, please. Let's see. Who is this person coming towards Cancer? All right, so this person is the Wheel of Fortune. And how do they view Cancer? How do they view Cancer? All right, they view you as the Four of Wands. Wow, how special. Very, very special, okay? So let's see. Your person being the Wheel of Fortune, this is a Sagittarius energy, all right? But I do feel like this person is a very wise individual. They've had their ups and downs in life, and they learn not to sweat the small stuff. So I do love that about this person. This person also is destined to meet you. This was always written in your cards or written in your chapter of life. So you are meeting this person for a reason. It's not by luck, by chance. It's definitely destined here. And I feel like you and this person are going to have a lot of ups in life and thrive and be thriving in this connection when you guys meet. So there's a lot of turning points when you meet this person where your life will improve. Your life will get, better in terms of how you enjoy your life and feeling fulfilled and abundant and all of those good things. So it's really like, a big blessing coming through with this person. And I can see why, that Eight of Swords, those limiting beliefs can come about. But you deserve this, and this is meant for you. This person is just right for you, and you are just right for them. Now, how they're viewing you is the Four of Wands. So they see you as someone that they want to create a home with. They see you as someone that they could have a long-lasting, abundant relationship with. They see you as someone who they could marry, that is going to be the mother of their children or the father of their children. that's what they think of you, very highly of you. So I do love that a lot. They feel like you guys are in sync to create a beautiful life together. All right. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards. I wish he wasn't so loud. I hope that you guys do not hear that, but I'm pretty sure you do. All right, so clarifying the Six of Wands here for Cancer. Give me some messages. All right, so we have letter here. So the way that you could meet this person is through like a DM or some type of message. I don't know. Sometimes this could be a text message, like maybe someone asks for your number from a mutual friend, but this does give like online messaging. So this could be like a dating app or even like through some type of social media message. That's how this person is hitting on you, coming on to you, or expressing their interest. Okay, so that's cool. Let's see what else is here. Reunion. Okay, so you must have known about this person before, like earlier in life. There could have been some flirtation or just like an interest there, but maybe it just never transpired to anything seriously. So that goes again with that Wheel of Fortune energy of how faded this connection is. It just wasn't the right timing when you guys first got to know each other or met each other, but right now is good timing. And this person is coming towards you with a message, okay? So this person could be in a really beautiful time in their life where they're having a lot of positivity and success and they're doing well for themselves. I feel like you're also embarking on that favor in the month of June, and this person is reaching out to you. So this is someone you know of but do not know that well, or you don't really know of them in today's time, but you guys will be exploring this romantic connection together. All right, so this person is not only messaging you to like get to know you deeper, but they're very consistent in their pursuit of you, which is why you guys will end up in this relationship together. Clarify the Magician. So you manifested this person, possibly not. This is like, I don't know if you manifested this exact person, like you've always had this person in your head. Some of you could have, okay? But this could be like the type of individual that you want, the type of individual that you would like to date or be in a relationship with. You manifested that. So you set your intentions and now it's coming true. Yeah, from the past. There could have been some old like ritual or maybe spell if you're into that kind of things that you did, maybe even like years ago and you forgot about it, which is how manifestation works. You're supposed to set your intention and not focus too deeply on it. And now it's coming in. So like an old manifestation or old wish is coming true for you for the month of June. All right, we have foe here. So usually this card came out today and it made me think of like friendships. Like this person could have been old, especially with the old woman here, like old or past friends with one of your exes. You could have been old or past friends with one of their exes, like back in the day. So there is some type of link that shows that this person and you were always supposed to be together, being in a similar community, going to a same school. I don't know, something from the past. Okay, so it's interesting here with the foe coming out. Yeah, widower is here. There's some type of ex or something that you knew. Maybe you weren't friends with this person, but you knew of them very well, or someone knew of your ex very well. So it's very interesting. And I feel like when you were in that relationship with that ex, this person still had attraction to you. So foe has been coming out for that reason today, which is interesting. We have guilt here, or the Eight of Swords, and this is just limiting beliefs, right? So once this person comes into your life and they're doting on you and they're taking you on these nice dates and you guys are going on trips and maybe you guys are looking at places to move in together, life feels too good to be true. And then you start to think, this is going to come crashing down, or I don't know what I did to deserve this, or I don't know if I'm ready for something like this. Just all of these fears of, because you're really enjoying yourself and you just don't want it to end. Okay, so you want to look out for that because this seems to be your challenge. Doctor is here, so this could be something that could be a disorder where maybe you need to go and talk to someone, seek therapy, seek an energy worker to work through these limiting beliefs. Okay. Some of you guys could be getting treatment for this, you know, to regulate your brain waves and putting out more positive energy or not sweating the small stuff. See what else is here? It's not too good to be true. I think that's just the basic message here for you that the universe wants you to know, that God wants you to know. Yeah, hope is restoring optimism, staying hopeful, believing in the unbelievable, knowing that you manifested this. This didn't drop out of nowhere. This is what you wanted, and you're getting what you wanted because you have worked so hard. You have done a lot of self-work. You've really been working on self-love, and this is the right timing. So staying optimistic, and once those limiting beliefs pop up, to kind of just disregard them the best way that you can. And if you have a hard time doing that yourself, it's not embarrassing or a bad thing to go and seek help if you need the help. Okay, I feel like it'll be very positive for you. So you're gonna be someone's wife or husband. Okay, wow, this is a relationship of serious commitment. All right, so let's see what this person wants to say to you or what they're thinking of you in the month of June. Let me see what time it is. Okay. All right, what does this person want to say or think of Cancer in the month of June? Reminiscing. Yes, this is someone that you know of, but maybe nothing ever happened between you two, but they are definitely sending you that message in June, moving things along. We have I'm working on myself right now. So if you're wondering, wow, I've known this person for so many years, why haven't we ever tried this before? Why didn't this come in before? You know, what's the catch? It's because both of you could have been really working on yourselves to align to a healthy, you know, abundant relationship for right now. Okay. And let's see what else is here. Some of you guys are attracting this person while you're still working on yourself, and that's where those limiting beliefs come from. But just know that that shouldn't be a reason why you can't have your love story. We have frustration. Okay. So there could be some frustrations with just being in your head, maybe even self-sabotage, but I feel like it's something that you can work through. It's not something that will ruin this connection. All right. Be brave is a really good message that's coming out for you. Be brave. All right, Cancer. So again, I want to tell you guys happy birthday. Really enjoy yourself during your season. And I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like the video, and yeah, see you next time. If you're watching this not without the timestamps, give me 1 second because I just need to see when the pharmacy closes that I need to go to make sure that I am okay. I'm good. Alrighty. So yeah, what am I saying? This is for Gemini. All right, Gemini, this is for you, for my Gemini singles. Let's see if love is coming in for you in the month of June. Give me some messages for my Gemini singles. Is love coming in for Gemini in the month of June? Is love coming in for my Geminis in the month of June? Wow. Okay, I like this. I like this one a lot. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so This is really a big message, especially for my feminines who have been holding down the fort all on their own, have really been independent, not codependent, doesn't look for codependent relationships, been their own provider, and possibly even like single mom vibes. So I definitely see a love coming in for you, you, and even if that doesn't resonate with you, just you, period, Gemini. All right. So for one, first and foremost, for my feminines, you're being looked at, or you embody the energy of a wife. Okay, so you are attracting a husband or a masculine who can align with that energy that you are embodying. We have the Ace of Pentacles here, we have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Six of Pentacles. First and foremost, whoever's coming towards you is someone who is connected to and intentionally looking for a committed relationship. So this is someone who does not play games. I feel like this person wants commitment. They're looking for someone that wants the same things, and they're not going to be so they're not going to drag their feet in committing to this relationship if it's the right relationship for themselves. So it looks like you and this person will be in a commitment, a relationship, monogamy. Okay, now the Ten of Wands shows us there's someone here who has very overwhelming responsibilities right now in their life, with work, with their family, possibly like their children, maybe even things that they're trying to do for themselves, their goals, very overwhelming. And it doesn't lead for a lot of time to date. And it also doesn't lead for anyone who's going to be playing games coming into their life. It's like either you're serious or you can keep it moving, because I got too much shit going on to play any games with anybody. Okay, so that is being shown. Now the beautiful thing is, not only are you attracting someone who is looking to commit and does not shy away from all of these responsibilities that you may have on your back right now, they're even willing to take off some of that load for you with the Six of Pentacles. This is someone who's very generous, so they could help with, they could help financially, they could help energetically, they could help with, responsibilities. This is someone who's willing to shed off some help or to take off the load to make things easier for you and just to make this relationship flow better. Okay, so I do really like that. Compromise is big in relationships, and it looks like you're having someone who, first of all, is very mature and knows what they want, and someone who is not shying away from or scared of all of your burdens or responsibilities, but also someone who knows that compromise is needed to make this work, and they're openly willing. All right, so let's talk about the person who's coming towards you, Jenny. All right, who is this person who's coming towards my Geminis in love in the month of June? All right, the Seven of Pentacles. And then what else? Sorry, how do they feel about my Geminis? How will they feel about my Geminis? How do they view my Geminis coming in? The Sun. Wow, this is really nice. I feel like someone really adores you and puts you on a pedestal, thinking of you as a sun. All right, so they feel like you energize them in a way. They feel like you give them purpose. They feel like you give off this positivity, you exude positivity. They feel like you really help highlight their lives, okay? Or in everything that you come with highlights their lives. So for those of you who are parents and one of your priorities is your children, of course, and you just want to make sure that you're finding not only the right fit for yourself, but also your children. This person feels like your children will be a highlight of their lives as well. So this person thinks positive thoughts about you, no matter what you may feel like you have going on. If you feel like you're coming with some burdens, this person really thinks of you very highly and thinks of you in a very positive light. And you make this person really happy. So this person who's coming towards you is a Seven of Pentacles. So you could be attracting a earth sign, which could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. or they have these mannerisms or personality of an earth sign. So it could be a hard worker, could be very grounded, could be someone who puts a lot of importance towards their household and their career, that kind of thing. Someone who's very goal oriented, someone who is very, driven. But what I see mostly about this person is that they're the Seven of Pentacles. So this is someone who will do hard work and they're not looking for instant gratification. They'll put in the work in their life towards things and their goals, and they don't expect to see a turnaround the next day. They understand that hard work is a value, and they're willing to have patience towards getting their blessings, or even like getting their reward. So when it comes to this relationship, I feel like this person will put in a lot of hard work with you without asking for a return right away. They know that you are busy. They know that you have a lot of responsibilities. They're here to put in the work, and they know that you will reward them in whatever way when that time comes. This person is super patient. And again, big thing about children, because I know that even people who do not have children and then they get into a relationship with someone who has children, patience is definitely a virtue, and I feel like this person has mastered that. So I really like your person's energy, and I like how they see you as the sun. I think that is the ultimate compliment. All right, sorry if it sounds like I'm losing my breath. I've been talking for some time now, so just forgive me. I'm a little bit more soft-spoken right now. All right, so let's talk about the Ace of Pentacles. All right, we have misfortune. So I do feel like when you first meet this person, you could have a little bit of like I don't want to say financial trouble, but like just a little bit of trouble, something that goes wrong. This person doesn't mind giving to help you out of that sticky situation per se, okay? Or they are willing to commit even if you're having a little bit of a hard time in life. I forget who had this. I think Sagittarius. Did Sagittarius have this, or was it Pisces? I don't remember, but it's like sticking things through, even if when they first meet you, you're not at your best. So seeing that you could be going through things, but not running for the hills, actually saying, I'm still committed to this and I want to see where this goes. And I'm willing to help out in any way that I can, whether that's financially, whether if you need me to like get my hands dirty and like take on some of the load, I got your back. So I like that a lot. Let's see what else is here. All right, we have priest. So this is someone who has really good morals. And when it comes to committing to you or even offering you some type of help, they have good intentions behind it. And again, this is someone who's not expecting you to pay them back or you have to give them something now that they gave to you. This is someone with good intention and morals behind it, and someone who knows that patience is a virtue, and they really follow that, okay, with the Seven of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Wands, which can speak of like you just feeling like you really need some help right now. You need to lighten your load, a little stressed out, okay? Let's see how this person handles that. Friend, you know what it is? It's like if you have so many responsibilities and, maybe you and this person planned a date on Friday and they're so excited to see you. They want to spend the whole night with you. They told you to clear your schedule. We're spending the whole night together. Like, no, you cannot tell me no. And then Thursday night comes and something happens and you have to call off all plans, or you'll be able to spend an hour, but you can't spend the whole night. This person doesn't get frustrated or disappointed. They kind of go into that friendship mode of like, I got your back no matter what. I'm understanding. I'm compassionate. I'm giving grace, and I'm going to stick beside you. I think that's beautiful, Let's see what else is here. This person may know like you really need a friend. Like they want to love you. They want the romance. They want the hot and heavy nights, okay? But they know that first and foremost, Gemini needs someone to have their back. We have merchant here as well. So this is like calculated strategy or even intention. So this person knows that if you do put them in the friend zone, or if you're not available to really explore the romance between you two, they know that just by being your friend, eventually when things look up for you, they will have the end to really explore that romantic connection. So it is calculated, but I don't feel like it's bad intention with the priest. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles here. Let's see what that's about. All right, we have room. So this is like when you do trust this, and this is towards the end of June, by the way. When you do trust this person to open up about your life and your woes and your burdens and your struggles, and you're very open with them about that, they immediately offer, how can I help? You know, no strings attached. Like, how can I help? How can I help financially? How can I help with service? Is there anything I can do? Do you need any help right now? Any favors? They get it, and they want to, you know, compromise even their time and what they like to do just to help you out. Constancy. This is not just happening like this month of June, the beginning stages of this connection. This is who this person is till the very end. So however long, if this becomes a long-term relationship, this person will still show up and show out for you in your time of need till the very end. And I just really like that about this person. Okay. Alrighty, so let's see what this person wants to tell you. So I would say, yes, love is coming towards you in June, and a very gracious, patient, and understanding and generous lover is coming towards you. Okay, just what you need right now. So let's see. All right, give me some messages, please, about what this person wants to say to Gemini in June, or what they feel for Gemini in June. We have fight for it. So if there's any times where life is just bogging you down during this connection, and you just feel like you need to gracefully bow out and say, hey, this is just not a good time for us to date. I have so much things going on. I don't want to overly concern you. This person's like, nope. They're like, okay, I understand what you're saying, but respectfully, I'm still going to want to be with you. Okay, so there's that. We have temptation. Now there is some physical, there's attraction here, right? And there's also this physical attraction, but there's also like this energy of where this person has mastered gratification. And when you think about someone who's in a 10 of Wands, sex could be like the last thing on their mind. And you know, sometimes it feels like it's not fair to people's needs to have them waiting so long. So it could feel like, you know, a worry in the connection, but I feel like this person's super patient with that Seven of Pentacles and their understanding, and they know when they get it, they'll get it. But that temptation is really there. Okay. What else is here? We have, I'm trying to protect you. So when you are trying to shut this person out, you don't want to burden them. You don't want them to have to go through this hard time that you're going through right now with you. They feel like, listen, let me help you because I'm trying to help you. I want to provide for you. I'm here to provide and protect. So allow them to, okay? Allow them to. Alrighty. Moving forward, let's go on to, wait, where's my mouse? Let's go on to Taurus. Hi, Taurus. All right, so this will be for my Taurus singles, and we're going to see if love is coming towards you in the month of June. Is love coming towards my Taurus singles in the month of June? Give me some messages. Is love coming towards my Taurus singles in the month of June? Tell me about Taurus's love life in the month of June. What's to come? All right, we have the 10 of Swords starting off. We have the Death card. And And we have the 10 of Cups. So interesting. Wow. All right. So change. Yeah. So first and foremost, this is the Wheel of Fortune. So you are having a rough period. I think this is like the end of January, February, March, April, May, June. So end of May could have been a really tough time in your love life where you were deeply devastated by some type of painful ending. Something had to come to a close. Something could have felt snatched from you. Something really hurt. And it just kind of like became my sad love life. You know, like, why does this happen to me? Why do I attract these type of individuals? Why did it have to end like that? Something that you were very optimistic about could have ended terribly. And from that, you were able to let it go. You accepted it for what it is, which is big because a lot of people cannot accept it for what it is, and they stay in the Ten of Swords for so long. You accept it for what it is. It's not fair, but it happened. And part of that is transforming you, right? So it's like it's starting a new vibe for you, Taurus. Like you're not going to be the same person in love, the same single that you were in May. You are changing so much from that disappointment. And I feel like you are now aligning to something much more harmonious, a deeper type of love, and just a greater sense of community with some type of partner who's coming in towards the end of June. So to answer your question, I feel like love is coming for you towards the end of June. Most of June will be you changing, you know, something has changed you and for the better. And it's almost like a blessing that this didn't work out because this looks so much better. So let's see who's coming towards you this end of June, or maybe even sooner, hopefully mid-June, right? So let's see who's coming towards you here. Who is this lover coming towards my Tauruses in June? Ace of Swords, okay. And how do they view Taurus when they meet Taurus? How are they viewing Taurus? What do they feel about Taurus's energy? Knight of Swords, okay. Wow. All right, Strength card is here, which I love, 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 because this talks about self-control and self-discipline. So I feel like part of the way that you are changing, Taurus, in June is that you're having great self-control when it comes to not going after similar energies and people who you know just don't have good outcomes. Like you may have a certain type and you usually attract this type and you go after this type, but you are learning from whatever this major disappointment was in May. You don't want to go through that again. You're done with that. You're done with that period. You're done with that outcome, that cycle, and you're just wanting something different here. And it comes with some type of self-control. Like even if these types come towards you, looking the other way. And part of that also in sorry y'all, hold on. Part of that also, when it comes to romantic connections, it shows that you're attracting the Strength card. So you're attracting someone who is very brave, that knows how to take risk, like even when they feel fear. So that could be great in a lot of aspects if you're looking for like a leader. This is someone like that. This is also someone who knows how to put down the bad things in life so they don't overindulge in things that are not good for them. This is also someone who shows loyalty and devotion to their partner and also refrains from cheating. So if that's something that has been a repeat for you, you are attracting someone who's way more honest here with the Ace of Swords and just holds a lot of integrity, okay? So your person is the Ace of Swords. So this shows someone who could be a air sign, possibly could be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. They don't have to be those signs, but they may have those characteristics or traits or personality. So just very emotionally mature. Could be someone who's very intelligent, someone who has great intellectual property, someone that you really enjoy conversation with, someone who could really bring out your sapiosexual. I think you're already a sapiosexual, Taurus, but this person could really bring it out of you. This is also someone who is very honest about their mindset, like their beliefs, their opinions. They like to share that, and they don't hold back just based off of who's in the room. So they speak up and they advocate for things that they believe in, which I think could be very sexy. Also, just a very honest person, you know, someone very that doesn't hold back, that won't lie. So this is nice. Now, how they view you as the Knight of Swords, they see you as someone who takes action towards what you want, someone who has saved themselves in a lot of, you know, like traumatic circumstances. So like say like this past love, you know, was just a effed up situation, but you didn't cower out. You stood up for what you wanted and you left that alone. Or if you went through some hardships, you know, from childhood to your young adult, you've always been the person to save yourself, you know. This person also may feel like you don't let opportunities pass you by. So when it came to meeting them, even if you felt like you went through such a hard time, most recently, you still allowed yourself to explore this goodness without passing it up. So that's how they're seeing you, as someone who's also brave, someone who's very intelligent as well, well spoken, well read, someone who could be very educated, whether you know, did higher education or not. And they see you as someone who takes risk towards bettering your circumstances, even when you've been down and out. And they really like that about you, okay? So there's a lot of bravery that you and this person have a similarity in personality of being very brave and outspoken. So this could be a really cool type of relationship here. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify these cards and see what's going on. We speak more about your new person towards the end, right? And then we speak about you in the middle here of June. But the beginning of June, we're speaking about this person who really just did a number on you in May, in the end of May. So let's see, 10 of Swords. Oops, wrong deck. All right, 10 of Swords, please. All right, young woman is here, or young man. So, you know, something that maybe you overlooked. This sometimes is like my innocent card, like you're moving with innocence and sometimes moving with naivety. Yes, in this past connection. You overlook some things because you weren't seeking them out. You weren't seeking out someone to be a cheater. You weren't seeking someone out to be you know, have bad intentions or be a liar. You weren't seeking that out. You were just really enjoying it, and you could have been a little bit ignorant to the fact of who you were dealing with. So it was a very innocent mistake, and it could have really hurt you based off of that innocence. Like, I didn't come in with bad intentions. I was really just enjoying myself and not trying to look into the negative all the time, and it still bit me in the butt. So there's that. Let's see what else is here. All right, we have child. So yeah, there was something very immature about this person that you gave time to and interest to. They weren't on your level at all. I feel like you were just way more mature in all aspects. You could have been more mature in like your goals in life, your mindset, your emotional maturity could have been just greater than this person. And there could have been something very childlike about this person, or just maybe they were younger than you, or even if you guys were the same age, just very immature that you really pinpointed towards the end. You're like, this is the reason that this happened, because this person was just so immature and I just didn't really look into it. And part of that transformation is realizing I want someone who's mature. I want someone who exercises my mindset and my brain. I want someone who I can learn from. I want someone who can lead the conversation. I want someone who inspires me with their goals. So that's part of this transformation, is like, maybe I didn't set those intentions before I dated this person, but I'm damn sure going to set those intentions before the next. All right, clarify the death card here, or transformation. Frivolity. So you're done with that. You're done with carefree energies. Frivolity is just being carefree and not really taking anything seriously. If someone is coming towards you in love, moving forward towards, you're setting that intention that they be serious with your time. Okay? Like, know what you want, set your intention, be on the same page, and don't waste my time. You're also setting this intention where you're like, I want to date people who are open to and clearly favor marriage or monogamy or commitment, partnership, true partnership, one-on-one, someone who's looking for that same energy. I want someone who's very serious. So you're changing your mind and your type, and you're looking for very serious lovers, people who come in with that strong intent, and they share that and they value that, and their actions also align with that. Okay. You're getting that. You're getting the 10 of Cups. Now, the beautiful thing about the 10 of Cups is that you inherit a very great love, like a love of a lifetime, but you also inherit the people that love them. So like their family and you, their family could really favor you and be a great support system and community for you. Their friends could favor you and really uplift you and just be a great support system. In their community, you know, wherever they live, or you're getting a lot of like favor and positivity. So 10 of Cups is just really nice. It just talks about an ultimate support system that's integrated when you become one with your partner. All right, so clarify the 10 of Cups. All right, we have Merchant here. So this is like being calculated in who you're dating. You know, before you just were like, there's no reason for me to be so, have these strong intentions. I'm just dating and seeing where things go. You're not into that anymore. You don't want people that are like that either. So you're just being more calculated when you're shopping around, right? So when people are showing interest, you kind of just want to know the answers to those questions right away before wasting your time. All right, and then let's see what else is here. Or it's like, if you think about this in a way that your love is the shop and there's people coming to buy, only entertaining serious buyers. Okay, so that kind of thing. All right, let's see. We have Misfortune here. So as you are doing this, you're going to come across maybe one or two people that is not going to have the best outcome, that are going to be kind of similar to this person from the past. But once you hit that third person, I feel like you're going to find that you do find exactly what you want, that Ace of Swords individual. And when they say this to you, you can trust that they're very honest. So in the beginning stages of June, as we see, you're not really finding this person. You're just kind of like reaffirming what you want moving forward. But towards the end of June, you finally come across that serious buyer per se. Okay, so keep hope alive. Even if you meet some people right now in June that are not giving you the energy that you're seeking, just know this person is coming in June. It definitely does give a timeline of late June, but just stay optimistic that you are calling this person in, and you will really like this person as they will really like you. All right, so let's see what this person wants to say to you. Whether it's the new lover coming in or even the past lover, because I feel like we'll get some mixed messages here. So we'll clarify and see. But tell me what this lover wants to say to Taurus in the month of June, or what they think of Taurus in the month of June. All right, self-love. So the person that's for you will see that you have really been putting a lot of time into yourself, pouring love into yourself, and they will not have no reservations or problems with that. They will love that about you. Okay, so someone sees that you are really loving yourself a lot more. Even that past person can see that. We have karmic ties, so I feel like that's that past energy. There also could be like a new person coming in that could be good karma coming towards you. All right, and let's see what else is here. We have awakening, and that's part of that transformation or death card energy where you're awakening to maybe what you've settled for in the past and what you just are not going to settle for moving forward. And that's going to open a whole new door of possibilities of the right lover for you, okay? So yeah, there we go. Alrighty. Moving forward to Aries. Hi Aries. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into yours. We're gonna see for my Aries singles, is love coming in for you for the month of June? Is love coming in for my Aries for the month of June? Give me some messages, please. Is love coming in for Aries for the month of June? All right, we have the Two of Swords. We have the Four of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, nice. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands here. So something could be coming in really fast and moving and trying to move very fast, okay? So I feel like you have love coming in. Like if it has not already came in, it's coming in like probably tomorrow. And it's going to, this person is going to want to move very fast with you. It's a very passionate connection. There could also be talks or actions behind a trip, okay? Taking a trip together, going somewhere together. So that's interesting. Now, we have the Two of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. In the beginning of June, you feel very stuck in the middle or indecisive about whether you want to take things further with this person who's coming in very passionate. And mid-June, you're feeling like, wow, this is moving so fast. I don't know if I'm ready to give up my singlehood, okay? Or this person could feel that way. But towards the end of June, there's this opening up, being emotionally open and being ready to move forward. So there's a change in mindset. There's a change in perception and feeling like, you know what? I do trust this individual. I do like where this is headed. I'm interested, so I'm going to open up. So it looks like love is coming in for you. You definitely have some reservations in the beginning of June, but towards the end of June, you will be all opened up for this person, okay? So let's see, who is this person coming towards you? Who is this person coming towards my single Aries in the month of June? Who is this person coming towards my single Aries in the month of June? All right, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. And how do they view my Aries? How does this person view Aries? Nine of Pentacles. Wow. So you and this person are definitely very financially suited for each other. We definitely see that. But there's more to this, and we'll talk about it, all right? So we have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This shows that you guys will be very cohesive. This connection will just work. You guys work very well together. You guys are able to compromise really nicely. There could be this energy where you guys both feel like you both have a lot to offer and you're willing to give to each other equally. So very, very cohesive, very productive, like-minded couple. All right. Your person is a 10 of Pentacles. So this person could be older than you, or just maybe a little bit more wiser, type of old soul type of vibe. This person could have long money. All right. So it could be very wealthy, or they come from a long line of money. So, you know, the generation ahead of them could have done very well. And so this person is just really financially blessed. We'll say that. This person could be much of a traditionalist. Okay. So they do value monogamy. They could want marriage. They do want to leave behind a lineage. So they want children, that kind of thing. This person could be well established in their career, or they have the potential to, if they continue on their path, to really make great strides in their career or their business. I feel like this person has a deep savings, or they could come into some type of windfall or inheritance in this month of June. Okay. So this person's really stable, and I think that's something that you would like. Now, how they're seeing you is very financially independent, that you've made a way for yourself in that way. They're seeing you as very mature. They're seeing that you like the nicer things in life, or the finer things in life, that you have some type of class, or good, what is it called? Good taste in life. Okay, the finer taste in life. They're seeing you as very abundant, and they're seeing you as very independent, that you don't have a codependent bone in your body. And I feel like someone really likes that about you. So very equally yoked here, I feel like you two are. And there's not a worry about money. Even if you are worrying right now, I feel like, you know, towards the end of June, it shows that you two are doing really well. So moving forward, let's clarify these cards. All right, so there's something here where you just kind of feel like, am I ready for something so serious? Because someone is such a traditionalist coming towards you. They let you know right away, I want marriage down the line. I want a family. I want you to meet my family. You need to spend maybe like the 4th of July with us. We go on this trip. You should come on this trip. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, slow down. You're a little like indecisive. You're like, all of that sounds great and this person sounds great, but am I ready for something so serious? So clarify the Two of Swords. Why do you have these reservations here? Soldier. Okay, there's a defensive energy coming here. You're trying to protect something. This could be your independence, especially if maybe your last real true like deep love situation was very codependent. You have found now your independence. You're thriving in your independence. You've never been better, and to kind of like change that seems like a threat at first. Okay, so that's why the soldier is here. You're just protecting your status and how far you've come, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, let's see what else is here. Size is here. Okay, so there's another flip of the coin. So on one side, you're like, I really want to protect what I've worked so hard for, you know, within myself, my energy, my stability. Another part of you is like, I have a lot of regrets about not being in a relationship, or I really long for a connection, someone to really do life with, to fall in love with, a partner, and you don't want to miss out on this opportunity and have regrets. Maybe you have turned down opportunities in the past and had regrets about that. So there goes the size. So you're like, one side of the coin is like, I really want to protect myself. Another side of the coin is, well, I've done that in the past and I've been kind of lonely. So, you know, you're thinking a lot about this in the beginning of the month. You're like, this person seems so serious and I just don't know what to tell them, if it's yay or nay. So 4 of Pentacles is here. This could be you being a little like holding back a little bit, being a little stingy, maybe even testing this person to see if they're truly a provider, or very giving or generous as they say that they are, or that they can do. So you're kind of testing this person mid-June just to see, like, let's see this person's true faces. You know, are they always such a cheery, chippy person? Are they always so loving? You're kind of testing this person a little bit. All right. But they are warming your heart in the same spot because the test that you're giving this person, they're passing with flying colors. And it's kind of like warming your soul. You know, it could also even make you feel bad. Like, man, I kind of put them through the ringer and they're still smiling in my face and being consistent. You know, you start to be like, okay, this is a good person. See what else is here? Messenger as well. All right. What's the messenger card? This could be like your family and your friends telling you that they really like this person for you. I don't know. People are really having good things to say. All right, child is here with the messenger. This is just like child is all about new beginnings, okay? But if you do have a child, your child could be saying really great things about this person, and the things that are coming out of your child's mouth, you know it to be true. Like if they're saying, "Oh, you know, Mr. John is so sweet," or "Mr. John is so nice," or "Mr. John is so fun." These are all things that you honestly believe about this person. You know that this is not coming from naivety or innocence. Like this is truly this person's character. So it's sweetening you up. But also like maybe the people who don't really know this person, like your friends and your family who are saying really nice things about this person, you're saying to yourself, yeah, what they're saying is true. And I kind of been a little stuck up towards them. I feel like I need to open up more, or I feel like I can trust. Okay. So this is really you just sweetening up about this person. Every test that you throw their way, they're passing it with flying colors, and they're really changing your mind frame about what this could be. And towards the end of June, you'll be all the way legs spread open. Just kidding. Okay. By the end of June, you'll be lubed up. No, just kidding. All right, what is Queen of Cups here? Receptivity. You just kind of change. You're going with the flow towards the end. Journey is here too. So again, there's some type of trip that you guys may take, and you had reservations about it in the beginning of June. You're like, we're kind of moving so fast. I don't think I'm going to go on your family trip. I don't think we should go out of the country together, that kind of thing. But towards the end, you're like, you know what? I'm actually going to go. Sign me up, okay? Journey is also like the path ahead. You're very open to this path ahead. You're wanting to nurture this path ahead. You see the vision of what this could be, okay? So that's really nice. I love that. And then one more card here. Consolation, okay? So this is an energy of like really wanting things to work out. This is like when you send your prayers to the heavens, or when you speak to your spirit guides and you're saying, God or the universe, please don't let this fail because I'm really trusting in this. I really believe in this. Please, please, please don't let me have to learn a harsh lesson through this. Please let this person be what they show me that they are. Please don't let any hiccups or weird things happen. So you're just really hoping for the best because you're opening up now. You're saying, I'm letting my guard down. I'm trusting the process, but please don't let me look like a fool. So you really are having some emotional, it's taking an emotional hold on you where you really want things to work out and be successful. And you really starting to really care about this person, or dare I say, love this person, okay? So let's see what this person wants to say to you or what they're thinking of you in the month of June. Please like the video if you have not already. I do appreciate it. All right, let's see. What does this person want to say, or what do they think of Aries in the month of June? All right, so the power of this love scares me. Maybe they feel like they can feel that from you. Like things are getting so serious and things are getting so in sync. It's kind of scary, you know, and they can see that fear that you may have, that indecision of whether to see this through or just stay independent. See what else is here? We have fight for it. So no matter if you do put up a little bit of test for this person to pass, or you put up this heavy guard, they are willing to fight for this. Okay, they really do see the vision. They do care about you. They want to see this through. And we have reminiscing. Okay, so interesting. Reminiscing is an interesting one because that's when you're thinking of the past, like between you two. So I don't know if you guys are past life lovers, or you guys have some type of history, or maybe you even take like a little break from them because things are getting too intense, that they miss you dearly when you guys are away, or if there's a long distance here, just missing you when you're not around, missing you very deeply. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there, Aries. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, guys, until next time.